Well, hello everyone. Everything looks bright. So this is my third attempt to film this. For some reason, my computer, the program will not pull my stuff off my iPhone. It says it cannot find any media files, and I don't know what the scoop is. Apple did an update on the phones the other day, and I can't get it to work. So anyhow, if the sound is funky this looks weird. It looks really super bright, and it is not bright in here. Even my wall that is yellow does not look yellow. So apologies, please. Anyhow, so we are going to show you what I made and go from there. But first, today is Wednesday. It is the day before Thanksgiving. And I'd like to say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I hope if you don't celebrate, just have a great day anyways. And if you do celebrate, tell your family, leave the politics outside. We just want to have a good time. And, because there's always that one. Leave it outside. Let's just have a great day and enjoy our meal. So, when I was at my market, I had these two very nice ladies come up, and I was talking to them, and they told me about another market that is more local to me, which is on December 2nd. And I was like, okay, it's November 18th. Do you think that they're still taking vendors? And they said yes. So on Monday, I gave them a call, and yes, they were still accepting vendors. So I am having another market on December 2nd, and then December 9th. So there are a few changes I would like to make with my displays, only because I felt because the variety of items that I had, like one of this, 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 because I spent all this time trying all these different patterns and I didn't make multiples really of anything, that it was difficult for people to see. Like there was a lot going on, and it made it a little harder for them to see what was actually there. So I noticed things that were actually on the table itself and not in the shelving sold better unless it was on the top of the shelving. The top shelving did well and the tabletop did well. The stuff in the middle, because there was just a lot, was very different. So I'm going to make some changes on when I set up at this next market. So this next one, it was $20 for a booth or $25 for a booth and use one of their tables. Well, since the one last weekend included a 6-foot table and I have my borrowed 6-foot table, I did not need to use my 4-foot table. So I told them, go ahead and let me have a booth with one of their tables as well. So I will have plenty of space because it's a 10 by 10 space instead of an 8, so I can lay out the tables a little differently, and I'll be able to spread the stuff out a little bit more so that it's easier to be seen. So I have a plan. I don't know if it'll come together, but I have a plan. But what I had said was, because my December 9th market is on a farm, it is Christmas on the farm, I wanted to make some more like farm animals. I had cows, but I sold 2 of the cows, so I have to remake a couple of cows. And I have some pigs. But I thought some sheep would be good. Maybe some more birds, but I didn't sell any birds. So I don't really know. I don't know what to do. But the things that I was making to go towards the December 9th market, I did not take with me to the November 18th market. And I only had a couple because most of my time was spent, making sure pricing was right and making sure everything was in my Square app and just trying to get a little like chill time and calm time before I went to that market. But I did manage. On Instagram, I saw this cute little sheep pattern come across, and I thought it was just the cutest thing. So I clicked on the ad, and it was like almost $9 for this pattern, and I'm like, not for that. There's just not enough to it. So I searched Etsy, and don't you know that the same designer was also on Etsy with that same pattern, and it was about $5 cheaper. Why are you hissing at my stuff? Go away. The cat is up here hissing at my plushies. So I purchased the sheep pattern off of Etsy, and it was probably like $4 to $5 cheaper. Toby, no jumping. I'm sorry. Toby lost his manhood, and he's supposed to be on bed rest, so he's not supposed to be up and jumping and running around and stuff. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Anyways, so I made this sheep, and this little guy is made from Parfait Chunky in cream and toffee. Now, it's almost an oh-so pattern. You just have to sew the head on. And I think I sewed mine on a little too low, like it should be up so that the head comes up above, you know, the back a little, like maybe up about this high. So it was easy though. I mean, pretty straightforward. And then I did it again using the Michael's loops and threads, I think Home Slim. I don't know. All the names blend together. But I did it in white and sand. And again, I think I put the head a little low. I think it should be up a little bit higher. But yeah, this one's a little chubby dude. Toby, stop jumping, please. Like he understands and is going to listen. Yeah. So this one's a little chubby guy. It's really cute. They got cute little faces, little tiny eyes, which is kind of getting hidden in this big plushy yarn. Cute little ears. So I made those two. The big guy and the little guy. So not quite a herd, it's just a pair. At the craft fair, I had two things that were asked for that I don't have. One was a llama, which I do have, but I left it at home because I was making it for the next market. And the other was a fox. Now I have a fox pattern, but I haven't made it yet because I can't decide what color to do the orange part. If I do with Parfait Chunky, the tangerine is like really, really orange. And the teddy bear is really, really brown. And I don't know what color to use. So if you were going to make a fox, what color, if you were using Parfait Chunky, what color would you use for the orangish reddish part of your fox? I need help with this one. I can't make up my mind. But the fox and llama were two things that I was asked about that I did not have with me. So the llamas that I made, the first one I made, I used Parfait Chunky and I used toffee. And I show it to John and he says that it's a camel. Because llamas are white. And I'm like, not all llamas are white. This llama is toffee. And he doesn't have a hump. Camels have a hump, either one hump or two humps, but he has no hump. So it's a no-sew pattern, and I got it on sale, really cheap, like $1 and some change, but I messed up. Stop it. I messed up. I put the face on the wrong side. The face should be over here so that when you're looking at it and you can see the gorgeous blanket that's on it, it is looking at you. The face is supposed to be over here. Stop! So, in my herd of llama, this is the mean girl. She is snubbing you. She is holding her nose up in the air and not talking to you. She is facing the wrong direction. Toby. That was really loud. Toby, don't be a little jerk. I think he's in shock now. Anyways, she will snub you and not look at you, and yeah, she's just showing her butt. Then I tried it again. The one problem with this pattern is it wants to tip, and I thought it was because I put the face in the wrong place. It could be because I have overstuffed the head and the neck. I am not sure. But if I push it back, it stands. So then I tried it again out of the Michaels Loops and Threads, Sweet Snuggles, Home Slim, whatever that's called. But this one's white, so that John won't get confused, because according to him, llamas are white. So this one I made facing the right direction. It came out considerably bigger. They'll stuck up over here. But it's still, even putting the face on this side, it still wants to topple over. So I got to push it back just a little, make it lean back. And I think it's probably in the stuffing, but if you don't put enough stuffing in it, then you don't get the shape of the head. So yeah, there is that. And I think they turned out cute though. I mean, you look at it, you know it's a llama. So I have those two all stuck up, and we'll call the other one Eileen since it wants to fall over. So from the same person, that same designer as the llama, I purchased an owl pattern. Now I had an owl pattern, but it looks like Hedwig. I think that's how you say it, from Harry Potter, his owl. So I got this one, and it is a no-sew pattern. And you're looking at it going, how in the world is that a no-sew pattern? Well, because you glue these on, and you glue this on, and you glue the safety eyes in, which I am not a super fan of doing. I don't know that I trust it. I know some people like doing it and they do it that way. You can definitely get your eyes to come out straighter if you do it after the fact, you know, but I'm not sold on it yet. I'll just put it that way. So this pattern again was like $1 and some change. Now, none of my birds sold. So why did I get an owl pattern? Because I just had to. But it's cute, and when you look at it, you can tell that it is an owl. And I even did it like in owl colors. So yeah, so I have the owl. And that is what I was able to make from the time I uploaded my last market update video till market day. I made 2 sheep, 2 llama, and 1 owl. And that was it. I didn't make anything else. I was chilling. I was relaxing. I was just trying to de-stress myself and get ready for whatever was to come. So when I was at the market, these 2 nice ladies, I told you, they told me about the other market. At least I think I brought that up, November 2nd, okay? Because this is my 3rd time filming this, because it won't pull off my iPhone onto my computer, so I dug out the old Android, and I'm filming on that, so hopefully it will let me pull the information off of here. I don't know what the deal is. It says I have no media files at all. Apple did that update and nothing works. Anyhow, the first time they came by, they told me they said, you should have Baby Yoda. And my comment about it was I would be a little worried about doing that because, it's copyrighted. It's one thing if you're making it for yourself, but to sell it and you're making money off of somebody else's idea when you don't have permission to do it, I don't know. It's like a catch-22. I mean, I did one as a pattern test for Tracy from Travel Crochet, and it was pretty big, but that I'm giving to my grandson that's turning 2 in December, and it's about as big as he is. So I looked for another pattern, one that would be smaller and just a little bit easier to make. So I did find one, and I used the same yarn, smaller hook size, because if I go up in hook size, I have holes. I have to use the smaller hook size. And I did make a couple of changes to the pattern, but I believe with the exception of the ears, it is no-sew, I think, if I remember right. I've done so many different patterns, it's hard to remember unless it's like I just finished using it. Then I can tell you all about it, what I liked and what I didn't like. So this little pattern, it was free. Now I did make some changes. Tracy in her pattern, she made these little like eyebrow eyelids, whatever. And I liked that. The face on this pattern was just the eyes and nose. So it looked like it needed something else. So I added the eyelids and then gave it a little mouth. And yeah. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to take it with me. Maybe I will, and then if somebody asks, I can just pull it out. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about doing that. So, Grogu, Baby Yoda, whatever. And then, now you know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be remaking the things that sold. And so that I have those because they are from one market, tried and tested. So they sold. Now I have plenty of small things. I don't really need to worry about that. It's the bigger, nicer things that sold that I need to remake. But did I do that? Not yet. I'm going to show you some, but I didn't start it yet. So I started to make an otter. And it's just the cutest little thing. But I couldn't finish it because you know what happened? I ran out of yarn with 6 little rounds to go on the head. And then I can attach the head to the body and it'll be finished. But I ran out of yarn. So I had to place an order from Michael's, and they tend to split it up into several different deliveries. Like I got a delivery yesterday, but the color I need was not in it. And I'm supposed to be getting a delivery today, but it's UPS, so it could be well after dark, who knows. And hopefully I'll be able to finish the otter sometime soon. But since I couldn't finish that, I had to make something else. So the one pattern shop that I really, really like, I love their patterns. They can be a little tricky the first time you make them, but after you make it the first time, it's very easy to understand what is going on. But she has the cutest little mallard duck. I mean, look at this. We got peacock blue, sunshine yellow, white, teddy bear, toffee, and the tangerine orange. Now, none of these colors look great from what I am seeing on this phone that I'm having to use. But in person, the colors are just fabulous. They are just fabulous. And I love the shape of this duck. Like it's got the little duck butt and the little tail, and it can waddle. Like, this thing is great. It is so cute. So it's obviously it is a duck because of the shape of the beak or the bill, whatever you want to call it. But solid white with yellow or orange on the beak and the feet. Solid yellow with orange on the beak and the feet. I mean, you could even go as far as doing it black if you wanted to. I don't know if I'd want to struggle through black, but it's so cute. I love it. So the mallard, I will probably make a couple more of these as long as I have enough yarn. I mean, I have some on order from Premier on some of these more popular colors that I've been using, or at least popular colors for me. But who knows when it'll get here. You know, it's holiday shipping. It's a holiday week. And sometimes they're quick and sometimes they're not. So, as far as remakes go, for remaking what I sold, I did manage to get 2 monkeys done. But I have a little issue. The first one I'm going to show you, her name is Ginger. And her mom is a chimpanzee. And her dad is an orangutan. So she is kind of like the redheaded stepchild. I don't know where my head was when I grabbed my colors, but I grabbed teddy bear instead of chocolate. And she is like a ginger monkey. She's still cute, but when you have that one thing in your mind, that how it should look, then it doesn't look right. But, you know, her daddy could be Clyde, and I don't know, was Cheetah a boy or a girl? Cheetah could be her mom. So she's a little mixed. But she's cute, right? I mean, she's still cute. Well, then I made another one. And this one, I used my chocolate, the darker brown, but I couldn't remember what I used last time. See, I need to take notes. I am so bad at this. I need to take notes. I couldn't remember what color I used, like for the face. Was it mushroom or was it the toffee? So when I placed my order from Hobby for my colors I ran out of on my temperature blanket, I ordered a couple of skeins, just a few different colors. I think a green and orange and this cream color. But I don't know the color name because the skeins just have numbers on it. But when I first got it out, I was like, oh no, this isn't going to work. It's too thin. But it worked just fine with the parfait. I was surprised. I said, well, let's test it. Let's see. So I used this cream color is the Honey Bunny. And this is the chocolate from Parfait. And her pretty little dress and her hair bow is mint green. And this one I gave her silver eyes because I thought the green that I have was too bright. So the silver eyes. But on this one, she has the purple eyes. I don't know if it's going to show up because this camera, just the colors don't do what they do with the iPhone. Hell, this purple probably looks blue to you guys. But anyways, so we got the chocolate, this cream color in the Honey Bunny, and so I have 2 little girl monkeys ready. So next up, monkey-wise, is 2 little boys, and on them, you know, they don't get the ruffle skirt and they don't get the bow in the hair. So what I think I'm going to do is, if I can remember to do it, the last few rounds on the arms, change to whatever shirt color I'm going to give it so that it has a little sleeve. Because otherwise it would just, you know, it would look like that. So I think having a little sleeve would help it to look more like a shirt this with the ruffle definitely makes it look like a dress. But yeah, so that is what I have replenished out of what I've sold. 2 monkeys. And today is Wednesday. Well, you know, the market was Saturday. That's not that bad. I mean, I was working on, yesterday I finished this one up in the morning. All I had to do was attach the head, make the hair and the bow, and it was finished because I had started on it the day before, but I got tired. And then I started on this one, and if you follow the pattern, you do the head, then you're setting it aside. Then you're making the arms, the legs, the ears, and the tail, and then you start on the body. So I'm like, you know, once you get going and you have the head made, you want to just move right onto the body. You don't want to have to stop and do all the little pieces. So I made all the little pieces first. And so I had the 2 ears done, I had the 2 arms done, I had the 2 legs done, and I started on the tail, and I was just like, all of a sudden, just overwhelmingly, I am so tired. I went and took a nap. I did. I took like a 2.5 hour nap. I was just beat. I don't know what the problem was, but just beat. So after I woke up and made dinner for everybody, ate dinner, and did all that, I finished making the tail. Well, actually, while I was cooking, I was standing there finishing up the tail. And then I did the head, and I did the body is part of all of the assembly, and I finished her up last night. I haven't made anything yet today because this is my 3rd attempt. 1, 2, 3 try at making this video. Something is telling me I shouldn't, and I don't know what the deal is. If you are a techie person and you can tell me why my computer, when I try to get the video from an iPhone to a PC, it's telling me it cannot find any media files, help. I know Apple doesn't like their stuff to work with anybody else, but I've been doing this for months now with my phone, and it works just fine. Anyhow, I'm whining, I'm complaining, but if you are a techie person and you know what the fix is, please tell me. So that's it. I have made a few. Yeah. I have some plans to make some changes for my next setup, and I have the market on the 2nd, and then the market on the 9th, and then I can't plan anything because of that stupid jury duty thing. Can you believe that? On call for jury duty from the December 18th to January 5th. That really stinks. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should look for markets right after the first of the year. Am I going to be forced to miss out on the season? I don't know what I should do. I don't know. Anywho, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we will see you over here in the next video.